Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Automated Advantage. Today we have Alan on. And Alan, why don't you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your company?
Okay, so first of all, thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's a real pleasure. About myself, well, I'm 35. I started my own company in 2016. That is Change the Block. We started in blockchain. Our main focus was blockchain technology, and we were developers. The time can pass till today, where during this time we saw a lot of technologies go forward, and we decided to execute different kinds of projects. We were mainly focused on Ethereum blockchain, but we saw an opportunity on other technologies because with blockchain you could develop with Solidity, Node, etc. One of them was with AI. So we started in 2022 with a project that it was mainly focused on AI, but it wasn't AI at the moment. It was more machine learning and automation. We were mainly focused on a health tech sector. From there, we started to produce more and develop more in AI. So we started doing some projects for hospitals, where we developed in 2024 a chat specific for hospitals and with all the security that they need. And on top of it, we started to build within our company AI agents to use it on our daily basis. And we saw an opportunity there to offer to other potential customers because our marketing growth a lot and we also improve our sales. So right now we are mainly focused on the development of our own AI product to help people to use AI agents without knowing code and without to spend all that time on creating the context, etc.
Wow, so that's quite an evolution of of the company. And so, do you still do the blockchain work?
Yes, we combine it. Also, we are launching, we expect next year, also a project where we are going to combine the blockchain technology for the security part of the AI models with federated AI models for clinical testing. So we are combining both technologies, our both knowledge. Yeah, we know how to do it. So we keep it doing. Of course, right now, the hype is different because there was a big hype in blockchain. Now it's moving more to AI. So we are following the what we think it's better for the technologies.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I actually talking to a guy the other day who does the audit of the apps for blockchain and for trade. And I actually am an avid user of the crypto technology. So it's
Okay.
interesting.
You cannot say it publicly because if we know your address, then we could get your money or something like that.
I know some guy tried the other day. They tried the scam to tell me that I need to click on a link and give them access to my wallet. I was like, yeah, I don't think
Okay.
so. um, so I mean, I think that it's kind of an interesting conversation as it relates to you starting your business, and so having a particular angle, and then seeing some opportunities in the market, and really being, I don't know what the word is, agile to kind of move with the market. So maybe as far as the conversation goes, it'd be interesting to understand, like, how do you make that decision to say, look, here's another good idea without having like 27 things that you're doing. So maybe just like you started here, you saw this opportunity. How do you like focus on what needs to come next?
Okay, so the reality is I'm not sure. We I would love to know exactly what's going to be next. But here I have two things. One of them it's with my partner. We the company it's not only mine. I have the confidence and we work together because what we saw it was a change in the market. So we also offer a IT staffing. So whenever you need someone in your company to help you with some technologies, we send them, we hire them, and we get them to work together with your teams. So there we saw a change in the requests. There was more AI requests than blockchain and than other technologies. So we see or we saw a change in the wave. And another thing is that I have some kind of mentors that I'm not sure if I could name them, because maybe I need to pay them. And no, the reality is that they are really focusing on other technologies, and when they start moving to some technology, I really get interested in that technology, and I started studying that technology. So in that case, or in this particular case with AI, it was something that I really wanted to understand. And once I get into, I saw a big opportunity. So I spoke with my partner and we decided to go together to launch our own product and to test it. The reality is that we started testing internally. And what we say is, okay, let's bet on this, on our own company. Let's see if it works. If it works, great. If not, okay, it was, let's say, a waste of time, but it was an investment in what we could know, in our know-how. And it worked so well that we decided to go forward with it because, we really improved the numbers. At the end of the day, we are a company. We are more than 40 people in our company. And we are, we are a technological company. So our marketing, I won't say sucks, but it wasn't as good as it could be. So we use it we decided how could we improve our marketing, and the best thing that we know how to do is to program and to develop like applications. So we decided to go with it, and it really worked. So yeah, we are glad with that. And again, I'm not sure if we know the future, but when we say, we've been working on cutting edge technologies on the last 10 years. So when we see a new technology that let's say that rise or that appears on the market, we test it, and if we like how it works and we see that we could use it, we go with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very. I mean, I appreciate and love the enthusiasm and the ability, because a lot of people will say, "Look, this is our business. This is our line of business. Let's stick to it." So maybe from that perspective, I'm assuming you've got a bunch of clients that came from the early days that are still with you and things like that. So how do you segment look, these people? You still got to kind of keep that technology fresh and up running, and then you're still going to look at the new one. So how do you balance that out?
Well, the reality is we are really good looking, like finding people, and as we do stuff. So in that sense, we divided our team. Okay, so we have like AI specialist and blockchain specialist, and on top of them, we have like a software architect to say, like it's not only okay. We have like teams. Okay, what we saw is that there is easy combination between both technologies. Also, in the way that we are working, we are using AI to program faster and to do our developments faster and working better. So in that sense, also we know what we are doing. So both technologies could be combined. And how not to lose focus is one of the big questions. So here, the way that we work is we are on the strategy part with my partner, and then we have our teams that they are executors. These people that I fully trust. So if they say, okay, I like your strategy, but I think that we are losing our focus, let's try to come again. And I'm like an idealistic guy. I'm not sure how to say it in English, but I'm a dreamer, to say it in a way. And they are with the feet on the earth. They tell me, okay, it's good what you want to do, but let's do it by parts and not forget what we have been building all this time. And also our customers, when they get to us, they weren't expecting. So they were expecting someone that is working with cutting edge technologies all the time. So when we arrive to them, we say, guys, we've been testing this. Do you want to try it? They know why we are saying this. And again, the crypto environment is so open to try new things, new projects, and of course with AI. And now with the new products, we will see what happens next and how we could integrate them with what we have, or if there must be, like a spin-off or change something or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, it begs a million questions there, but that helps. It's like you keep it structured, you keep it focused. People have got their roles. So from and I'm assuming then that what you said too is you have built trust with your customers, that you can go to them and say, hey, I got this thing. Do you want to see what I've got and do you want to try it? I mean, to me, that's a massive advantage of not only testing it internally, but kind of testing it with some people that you trust.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a big advantage because, again, what we do is we test it internally because we have our, let's say, tiers. So once we reach a tier internally and we feel comfortable with the product, we go to our customers. That they are internal customers. So again, we say to them, okay, look, maybe something fails, maybe something doesn't go as well as you are expecting, because this is a test. And when they taste it and they see that everything is okay and they really like it, it's when we jump to the, let's say, massive market or the main market. So yeah, it's a huge advantage. And again, they started as customers. I won't say they are friends, okay, because it sounds like really idealistic. But again, we have a confidence with them. They know our commitment, the way that we work. So if something goes wrong, anyone could have a mistake. But they know that we're going to fix it and that we're going to be with them and give them support. So yeah, in that sense, it's a huge advantage for us.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. And I mean, tell me this is true too, because it's what I've seen in the past. Is as long as you openly communicative and you share the reality, like listen, like you said, hey, I've got this thing. I think it works. Try it out. If it doesn't, let's figure out how to do it. But it's all about the open communication and not selling, BS.
Yeah, exactly. Mainly we have like on our LinkedIn, we also share our mistakes. So it's one way of working. Like, yeah, also we had that was part of our agent. Okay. We weren't sure about it. But we had like 200,000 impressions and like more than 1,000 comments in one of our posts in LinkedIn, that our AI created, because we told one mistake that I made. I was creating I saw that you could connect with WhatsApp to your laptop, etc. So I tested, and it goes really wrong because the bot that I did or that I built received messages from everyone except from me. So I thought, yeah, so I thought that it wasn't working. So I said, okay, no problem, whatever. It was a Sunday. I said, okay, no problem. And my wife texted me something, and she told me, why are you answering me like this? I'm not answering. I don't have my phone. What's happening? And I need to change everything, because in the meantime, my mother wrote. We were on like fathers from the school were routing, etc. And it was like kind of funny. So I spoke with the team. I told them, and we said, okay, why not to tell to everyone that this happens? It's something that's happening, and this is the cool thing about AI, that we are testing, we are trying new things, and something you need to know what you are doing and test it internally before launching to other people, in order to avoid them all these failure and problems.
Yeah, nobody. At the end of the day, nobody died, and you didn't steal any money. It's
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a mistake. Yeah, exactly.
so kind of rolling back to what you said is, so you're an idea guy. You're the hey, you come in every morning and you're like, I got this great idea, and you said you're listening to folks. I got to believe that's really hard to take that advice, and so how do you ground yourself in the hey, this is my idea, but you must have a trusted circle of people that like kind of
Yes.
keep you grounded, right?
Yeah. Well, I learned with making a lot of mistakes, because I'm like the commercial part of the company. Uh, so sometimes I go to the meetings, and I was selling a lot of things that I thought in my mind that it will be really great for our customers. But when I arrived to my team, they told me, "Why are you selling this? We are not even capable to do it. Not even on time. It's that we're not capable to do it at all." So it's like, why? It doesn't exist. So when it happened to me, like sometimes, like more than I would like to admit, I said, okay, this needs to change. So I have my circle. I have a lot of people that I trust, that I call and tell them, look, this is my idea. The first one is my wife. The poor one is all the time hearing to me, like with a lot of ideas. Sometimes I go out of the shower like naked. I have it, I have it. And she's like, okay, let's dress up wherever. And then we talk about it. But yeah, I have my team, and I trust them, because they also trust me. So there is, it's something that works in both ways. So they know that when I come with an idea, it's not something that is, complete imagination or something that is not going to work. And I know that there are some parts that we need to break and to take it into to earth and to think about it. So I think this is important. And for me, when you try to be an entrepreneur, it's one of the main things that you need to figure out. Okay. So I know that not everyone is married. I know that not everyone has a lot of friends. I know that sometimes you don't even have friends in your, let's say, sector that will understand what you're doing. So you need to find that bunch of people that you trust. Even sometimes it's your own customers, because you go to them, you tell them, okay, I have this. And they say, no, I don't want it. And I think that the market, it's not going to accept it. Then you could do whatever you want. Of course, if you trust your gut and you want to go for it, you could go. But again, you need to think that you need that confidence circle. And again, it could be, I speak a lot with my brother, with my parents all the time, like offering, like with new ideas, with things. So I think this is the best. And from my point of view, perspective, and way of thinking, one of the greatest mistakes is to think that someone is going to steal your idea. So sometimes you don't share it because you say, okay, someone's going to steal it. And usually when you go to an investor and they ask you like, what could prevent Microsoft to do exactly the same as you? And the answer is, I couldn't prevent it. It's like Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, Anthropic, they could do it in one day, but they're not focusing on this. I have a different way to do. And again, if you tell the people your idea, they are not thinking in stealing your idea. It could happen. Of course, it could happen, but it's you need to know to whom you are talking to and what you are sharing. And again, I think that the main differentiator should be you and your team and what you could offer and the way that you could be, as you said before, being agile enough to move forward before your competitors or before anyone. Because once you launch it, it could, anyone could copy. So you need to move.
Yeah, and I think that that's fair. And at the same time, this, everybody, they talk about, hey, this idea, whatever it is, and people steal it. It's like I keep thinking about, starting a business and all of that stuff. It's like people are, how many lawyers are out there? There's 100, and every day there's a new law firm starting up. It's like, there's enough business for
Exactly.
everybody, and each has their specific niche. Kind of again going back all the way to the beginning. So you said 2016, and if I'm doing the math right, you were 24 or 25 years old. Did you come out of college and go to a job and then do this, or were you entrepreneur out of the off the
Well,
off the bat?
I finished my university when I was in the last year of my in the university. I was studying business administration, but I am a frustrated developer. This is the reality. That I I chose it wrong. I should choose something like together or something like combined, and I didn't do it. So when I was finishing, I was working. I worked in a chemical company, and I didn't like it. I was in the controlling part, and the reality is that I wasn't doing a great job there. And I knew it. So then I started working in other places, and one day I was reading a magazine, and I read about blockchain, and I told to two of my best friends that they are like brothers to me. This is the future, guys. Let's sell everything that we have. Let's start investing here. And we didn't do it, sadly, because it would be a great idea. But we started investing there. We created a company together, and we started launching. Since Yes, I think since I started the university, I wanted to create my own business. Again, then I studied a lot. After finishing the university, I did like 4 or 5 masters while working. No, but it was easy ones. No, don't think that it's something really special. And I was focusing also in big data and business intelligence, and that's where I came again with AI, etc. So yeah, I think that I was always trying to build something, from myself, and I really like it. Again, it's not easy, but I like it.
Yeah, no, I think that's the key to it, right? Is a lot of people sit back and yeah, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it's like, yeah, hey, work 2 hours a day and make $100,000. I'm like, that doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You've got to, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to start your own business, it's hard work. Your brain, the thing is, yours is different. Mine seems to never shut off, but yours is like a creative brain that really never shuts off. And all at the same time, there's all of these things you keep knowing you have to do.
Yes, yeah, it's quite difficult. Again, here, family or friends is the key to stop thinking. Also, in my case, religion. I'm not going to sell this because I know that it could be, like political correct entering this, but in my case, also it could be meditation. It depends on anyone, but I think that you need to stop for a moment, because if you don't stop, you are not going to do nothing at all. So you need to stop, but it's quite difficult because when it's your business and it's your idea, you are all the time thinking about it. And even if you say you are not, I'm playing with my kids, and at some point I'm thinking about the company or something like that. And with my partner, I told him that I spoke more with him than with my wife, for sure. We are calling each other all the time. We're working together. We are speaking all the time. We are all the time thinking about it, even if it's Sunday. It's we think about it and we say, okay, well, I was thinking during the weekend, wherever. So I think that you need to be prepared to that, because again, I'm not saying that everyone, but when you have a 9 to 5 job, when it's finished, you finish. It's like you could go rest, and of course, you have a lot of problems. You need to think about it, and I don't saying that you are not. But when you're an entrepreneur, on top of the same problems, you are also thinking, or at least in my case, on that a lot of families depend on you. So if you made a mistake, if you don't choose correctly, if like you lose a client wherever, there are some families that depend on you. So when you go to sleep, you have your own family and the families of your people. So it's stressful. It's something that it's really stressful. And also on top of that, if you fail, it's your complete failure to, it's like something that you've been building a lot, you're thinking about it, trying to improve it. And someday it doesn't work, and say, okay, so now what? And it's quite difficult to come back to another reality.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many things that you've unpack there is in the sense that yes, I mean, work. It's interesting you said it. I was just thinking when you were talking. I work for corporate America, some of the biggest companies, and while your job is stressful and you understand the need to like forecast your revenue and all of that stuff, it's very different when your forecasting revenue is actually massively impacting your pocket. And I think to your point, other people as well that have trusted you to kind of come in there, and it just gives you a different perspective. And maybe that just to kind of the follow-on thing is one of the things that when I started this, and I've only been doing it for 6 or 7 months now, it's really finding that work-life balance, because your point is you can be doing it all the time. And so I ride my bike and things like that, and I'm constantly thinking about the business, but I need to block out time to go and do me time, and it's really important. Otherwise, you can be all consumed.
Yeah, yeah. I started running. Like I ran 2 marathons. Now I had a back injury, but it was one way to at least to disconnect. I was running with friends that they are also, like kind of entrepreneurs, and one of them, he has his own company. The other is the CFO in a big company, etc. Even that we try to disconnect while we're running, we are still talking about work. And it's like, even that it's your time, it's not your full time. I also used to swim. The thing was like, even there, that you're underwater, it was a moment that you don't think all the time, but there are moments that you are thinking. So it's like crazy that you cannot disconnect. But yeah, you need to find your time, and also you need to find time for your family, friends, go out, because if at the end of the day, your company is really important, but you are living with them, not with your company. So and I know that the idea of the entrepreneurs, they are rich, so they could spend their days in a yacht while their employees are working. uh, at least for me, it's not working like that. Maybe someday, but not today.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the whole thing. It was like, hey, I'm gonna play golf, every week, every day. I was like, no,
Exactly.
I keep telling my neighbor we're gonna go play golf. I still can't find time to go play golf.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is so we're getting close to the end of the hour and a half hour. So I appreciate the enthusiasm. Like your perspective is very different. A lot of times, people get on and they've got one lane and they've got a business and they've got, I always ask people, and I know what your answer is going to be. Hey, if you were sitting in a position and somebody said, I want to start my own business, what's your ideas? I know you're going to say go for it, and don't be stuck to one idea. Like just go for it and evolve as you get this thing kicked off.
Yes. Now maybe I will change my answer, but no, I would say to go for it. Again, I read like a post in LinkedIn like a long time ago that a big entrepreneur said like you need to do it and go for it. But before, be sure that you have enough money to live without it, at least for a time. Because if you are all the time struggling with your financials, with your personal financials, you cannot focus on this. So I know that it's quite difficult. I started my company while working. Um, it's not easy. It's tough and it's harder than doing it without working. But again, if you don't have money, I don't think that you could move forward. Again, there are a lot of entrepreneurs that they did a lot of money in months. Okay. But if you are really thinking on a big project and it's going to take you at least 1 year to launch it, you know that now with AI, it goes everything faster. And maybe you could be programming, like with your own agents during the night. But at the end of it, you need to be there. So you need to be prepared, and also you need to be prepared mentally. This is not for everyone. I know that there are a lot of people that will say, go for it, but think about the stress that it could be to you, like having this kind of thing over your shoulders all the time, thinking about it and living this. So again, I would say to everyone, like, try it, but before that, think, like a little bit about if it works for you or if you or not. I like to put example that there are a lot of people that are, I don't know, like tremendous CEOs that it's not their company and they work, like crazy and they win a lot of money or they make a lot of money, and it's perfect because they like that kind of job. There are other people that like to be on the front, other that wants to be on the back. It's as I said, I have my team, and I'm sure that if I tell them like, come, you are the speaker on the podcast today, they will say me, no, I don't want to be there. But this is part of your life, so you need to know what you want to do. So I will say to them to test or to try it, to think before going for it.
Yeah, no, and I think that's, I mean, somebody told me right in the beginning, it's like if you think you're going to make your first dollar in 3 months, double it, maybe triple it. Like that's one thing. And then the other thing is just, the reality of the situation. And to your point about having money, I think if you don't, and I've seen this, is when people are on sales calls with clients, like you come from a point of desperation. It's like, oh my God, please close this deal. And then you look very desperate, as opposed to, look, if you've set yourself up and said, look, I'm going to give myself some time. I'm going to find the right clients. I'm going to make sure that they, it's people I want to work with. They're very different model and a
Yeah.
different mindset.
Yeah, and also you can do different decisions. This is again, um when we started with the company, we make a lot of wrong decisions because of that, because we wanted to close deals, we wanted to show the people that we were able to do something, and at the end of the day it was not good because our customers weren't happy with us. Again, we were offering wherever they wanted in order just to close the deal. And once it was closed, we say, okay, we are losing money because we are doing something for them that is going to cost us much more than we were expecting. We are not doing it right. So at one point we said, okay, should we close or should we focus? And we decided to focus to do it in another way. Again, we needed to have, like financial stability to do it. um, it's quite important to be prepared for that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So that's a great way to bring this to an end. So once again, tell us name of the company, website, how to find you on LinkedIn, whatever it is. This is your commercial.
Okay, okay. So our company is changetheblog.com. You could find us in LinkedIn or Google it. I think that even if you speak to ChatGPT or Claude, maybe they will find us too. Um, Again, right now we are mainly focusing on AI agents for companies to do it really customized AI agents. Also, we know about blockchain and stuff in IT, and of course, you could follow us in LinkedIn. There is Alexia Martin from Change the Blog, that she's our main commercial point in LinkedIn, or also with me, Alan Draguilow. And we will be more than glad to speak with you guys, whoever wants to know something about AI, blockchain, or whatever.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate the time, Alan. It's a very, very enlightening and energetic conversation. I really enjoyed that.
Okay, thank you so much. I really enjoyed. Hope that the people also enjoyed. Thank you for inviting me. It was a real pleasure.